You are live.
Live, 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 live.
Wait, didn't I have yeah. Didn't I have fancy background music? I don't think it's playing. Oh, there it goes.
What is this?
It's the Taylor Swift background music.
Nice.
Remember? Blank space.
I forgot.
Yeah. Or feeding the ducks. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Shout out to StreamYard for their awesome
Wow,
background music.
that sounded like porn music.
Yeah. Hold on. Where's the fire noise? Searching. Oh, there it is. Okay.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 226 of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
I'm Mike.
We are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, guys?
Well,
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you, Mike?
I'm good.
Good.
Real good.
Scott's not doing so hot, guys. Scott's out sick.
Scott's out sick.
But if he was here, I'm pretty sure he'd say it's been a week.
It's been a week.
It has been a week.
It has.
Oh, yeah.
Only 1 week this time. I think Ed's going to be disappointed because I had to create the set up the stream this today, right? Because Scott's out. That's normally a Scott thing. But when I do it, I just choose a random picture the last couple times and throw our logo on top of it. So this time I chose a picture of the Beatles doing their like rooftop performance thing that they did that one time. And then Ed commented on the Facebook page. He's like, "Hey, I hope this episode's all about the Beatles because like I'd be into that." And I'm like, well,
God,
that wasn't the plan. It was just a picture.
I don't know anything about the Beatles.
Either do I.
Neither do I.
Songs, but I think the last one
Band music.
Exactly. The last one I did was like Beastie Boys. So I think I was on the B. My head was in the B space. So I'm like, what's another B band? And it went to Beatles. So yeah.
There was that Beatles movie I really liked.
Is it the one where the guy like got famous playing all their songs? Because everybody
everybody forgot about them.
Yeah, that movie was good. I have no idea what it's called though. Movie where
Yesterday, I think.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
It was good. It was the Beatles, cigarettes, and Coca-Cola.
Were the three things nobody
were
remembered.
The three things nobody remembered.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It was good. It fell apart a little at the end. Like the plot fell apart a little bit at the end, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was good.
I watched it on a plane. Yeah,
it's a
good
solid
plane movie.
It's a solid airplane movie. Ed, maybe you'll have to come on one day and we will do a Beatles episode.
That could be a day that I'm not here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to carry us though, because I don't think any of us are experts.
Yeah.
Maybe Scott is. Scott's a big Scott's all about the Beatlemania. That's a thing, right?
He flipped his wig for the Beatles.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So what's going on, guys? Anybody buy anything? Do anything cool?
I got something cool.
Okay, good. Because Mike's making Mike got something cool
too. Mike got something cool.
Is that a Lego set?
It's the Office Lego set.
Oh, very cool. It looks really big. Like it's so cool because it's got like the whole main set.
It's got the whole main office and it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minifigs.
That's awesome.
That's all.
I like it. Very cool. I appreciate the attention to detail. And 15 minifigs of like everybody, right? Angela, Jim, Dwight, like
name more.
It's got everybody.
Keep going.
That's all I got.
What the fuck?
Angela. Did I say Angela?
You said Angela.
You're gonna put me on the spot. I did good to name 3. Jim's girlfriend, Pam. The guy
That's
who likes
his
the pretzel.
wife?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Stanley?
Stanley. Yeah, Stanley, the pretzel guy. Ryan. Is that Ryan's name?
Yeah, Ryan.
Mindy? What's her name? It's not
Creed
Mindy,
Bratton.
right?
Creed Bratton as Creed Bratton.
Yeah, Creed. Phyllis.
Yeah, you're missing a main one.
Kevin, the guy who dropped the chili. The boss, Steve Carell. I can't think of his name right this second.
Michael
Mike?
Scott.
Yeah.
Michael Scott. Woo. And the HR guy, Toby.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, there we go. Whew.
And
I think
Andy?
I got most of them. Oh yeah, Andy.
Mhm. Did you
what-
say Dwight?
Yeah, I said Dwight. What was the girl from Parks and Rec? What was her name on
Angela.
Office?
No.
Not Kelly.
Kelly was
Filippelli. Karen Filippelli.
Yeah, Karen. Yeah.
She's not on there.
I have seen The Office. Thank you very much. It's been a minute, and I'm not like an Office super fan, but I did rewatch it. I feel like somewhat recently. Like somewhat recently could be like within the last 3 years, though. I don't remember when it was.
Jeremy, what'd you get?
The greatest invention of all time. The freaking Steam Deck.
Very cool.
Love mine.
This thing is awesome. Like I've already got it. I said all my classics loaded up on here. I said like 800 something Genesis games, and I'm loading my Xbox games on right now. Those just take a little longer because I don't know, they're bigger.
I love mine. It's so dope.
But I mean, look at this. Like, so when was the last time, like I said, you saw that screen? Like I said, the classic Xbox boot up, right? Like, come on.
It's pretty cool.
Did you see somebody paired a Samsung Galaxy Tab 8 with it and can emulate 3DS games?
Nope.
That's pretty cool too.
We got to talk, Mike. I said I can emulate PS4 games on here.
Right, but I mean,
like
3DS and they made a 3D printed adapter.
No,
so
where
that you can
basically put the stuff where you can actually have like the dual screen for the DS, like, so you can do the DS Lite, DS Lite, and all that stuff. And then
cool.
the Wii U emulator in here actually utilizes the onboard gyro, so you can actually do the gyro, the actual gyro pad with it too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But no, that it's pretty awesome. Like I said, I maybe lasted a day before I kind of broke it open and started like tweaking on it so I can basically do my own stuff on it.
But you can do that. They're real into that.
Oh yeah, it's like that. I think that's the nice thing about it, right? It's like you can actually, it's a completely open operating system. Like it's completely open. They don't lock anything down. Like
it's easy. Yeah,
it's super,
physically
super
too.
Yeah.
All the 3D files they released online, you can like print your own cases. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's great.
Oh, cool. So which one did you get, Jeremy? Because there's 3, right? Starting at $399. There's the 64 gigabyte.
I got the big. I got the big boy.
All right. Yeah. So 512 is the biggest one.
Yeah. Just because, like I said, that anti-glare screen is a huge game changer.
Okay. You're right. It's not just storage. It's got some extra things too.
It's got some extra stuff to it too.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, so it's beyond storage.
Yeah.
So I got that already. I already threw a terabyte. I said SD card into it.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So even if you buy the cheaper one, can you upgrade the storage?
Yeah. So you can upgrade. I said you can basically. You have the little micro SD card that you can.
Yeah. It's not like a Apple phone or whatever where you're
but
with whatever you got.
I think with only with the mid and higher that you can actually physically change the storage, right?
Yeah. Only
there's an NVMe whatever. And you can change that on the mid and higher, but on the lower one it doesn't have an NVMe.
Okay, cool. Good to know. It's very cool. You posted a picture up on your Instagram too earlier this week. That's like you said, you got the fancier screen, but like it looks great. The resolution and all that, like it's amazing.
It's crazy nuts.
For a handheld.
Like I said, the battery life on it, but like I said, you can. Like I said, the nice thing is like you throw a battery pack on it.
Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, done. Solves that problem.
I mean, they nailed it.
Yeah.
I mean, Valve hardware has not been great. This is great.
Oh, this is fantastic. Like this is like plus like we were talking about this, I said right before the podcast, like I said, their reservation system was freaking genius. Like because you don't have to basically, like I said, fight bots, you don't have to fight anything. You literally just throw in your $5 reservation and just wait for your turn. Like nothing fighting, no nothing. Like it's great. Like,
so you mean not like the Funko's Fright Night box that sold out like in a couple minutes, even though they had at least 20,000 of them?
It was bonkers because I was like 8 minutes late and I still got one.
Random. Well, I think it's because it took a couple minutes before it let anybody actually check out. So it popped right at the time, right? It was at 9:30 Pacific. It showed up and you could add it to your cart. But when you went to check out, it just cycled back to the main Funko.com and it did that for several minutes. So I was able to get one, but it took me a couple tries. And then it wasn't like super obvious when it was going to be ready to go. Like I feel like it was probably in like a minute or two, but it felt like it took forever. But and then once you got there, they put you in that queue. It took a little while to update. Once mine finally updated, I think it said at like 3 minute wait or whatever, and then I was able to check out no problem. But then like right after that, like I think we were messaging each other, and then like it sold out. We got one, and then it was gone. Did you see some of the spoilers? It seems like a couple people have already started to get theirs.
Yeah,
not bad. 3 pops, 3 sodas. It looks like there's only 2 combinations for the pops though.
And it seems like all the pops are limited to 10,000 and the sodas are the ones that are super limited.
Yeah, right. 2,000
super limited, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000.
Yeah, they're not crazy limited, but I mean, I don't love the pops, but the sodas are pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
All different Freddy sodas, so including just like the Fright Night T-shirt Freddy and like a blacklight version of that. So really, as long as I get one of those, I'll be happy. That's all I need. Yeah, and Ed points out something fun, is that they're shipping these out from their new Arizona warehouse. So I got my shipping notification, but like it hasn't updated, so I don't know when I'm gonna get mine. But I got my shipping that it's soon. Too. Yeah, it hasn't given me a date yet. Like they haven't picked it up, so I don't know. I'm hoping it's like Monday or Tuesday.
Let me look where mine is.
Yeah. Mike searching his email.
Mike searches his email.
Did you guys try to win that Halloween gecko today?
I did. I did last night too, like at midnight Eastern, and that page was awful. By the time I even tried, like it was broken. And then I did try again this morning, broken. And I did get in finally at some point later on today, but I don't know if it's worth keep trying or if they're like sold out for the day or I don't even know how that works. It was just a giant mess.
So what's crazy is that what's supposed to happen apparently is they email you a code and then you go to funko.com and you buy it for free.
Oh, okay, cool. And then Funko ships it to you.
But they never took the ability away to actually buy it. So I bought one for $15 with free shipping and no tax.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then they canceled my order like 2 hours later.
Okay.
Mine says going to be delivered Thursday.
Oh, okay. That's pretty quick. So nice. I would assume that mine might be Tuesday.
You might be able to just go get yours.
They should have that as an option pickup. I mean, like it's a solid hour from my house, but I don't know. I might be willing
still
to
probably do that though, right?
Yeah. I've never driven by there, so I wouldn't mind it. There's probably nothing to see, right? It's just a boring warehouse, but I would like to drive by.
It's up in Glendale, right?
Buckeye,
yeah, or so, like going towards that way.
Yeah, like West Phoenix on the way to California.
Oh, so it's like it's on the right. What's that neighborhood like? Verado? Like, so that I think towards
probably
that neighborhood that's
it's
out there. Yeah.
Pretty far west, I think. It's once you get past like all the normal houses and stuff. It's like middle of nowhere, Phoenix desert. There's a couple warehouses there. But yeah, so cool. I'm glad we got that. Fright Night 2 is on Friday. Right, that'll be fun for the people who are able to go. New York Comic Con also next week. That's kind of boring.
It's
we're not
a
going.
real bummer that to get to Fright Night, you needed New York City Comic Con tickets.
Yes. Friday. You had to have a Friday ticket too, not just any ticket, right? Because it's an official ReedPop. Well, because it's basically an official ReedPop event because it's being held at the Javits Convention Center. So, that's where like fun days, because it's off-site. It's at the Hyatt. It really doesn't have anything to do with Comic-Con.
Yeah, but doesn't it though?
I mean, it does.
How much easier would it be to get tickets if you had to have a Comic-Con badge? And I'm sure they would still sell out.
I don't know. This one sounded pretty rough from what I saw from the ReedPop sale. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I guess to your point, like a Friday San Diego Comic-Con badge is nearly impossible to get. Friday New York Comic-Con badges were still available when they made the announcement, at least. So like, if you didn't have one, you could just go buy one, which I always think is crazy too, right? Everybody for a long time, like people are comparing like which con was better, which one is bigger. San Diego sells out instantly. New York Comic-Con, like you could get a Friday badge like 2 weeks ago. Like there's no comparison. It's San Diego all the way. But anyway, I was working up to a segue, right? So New York Comic-Con is next week. We're not going to that, but TwitchCon also next week in San Diego, and I'm totally going to TwitchCon.
Are you?
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
We bought our badges yesterday. It's not going to show, but we've got this really cool like thing next to our name on Twitch too that says we're attending TwitchCon.
Nice.
So yeah, it'll be cool. Sully's going. Priscilla, Valor and Bellum's going. I'm not sure who else is going, but Priscilla's like part of Artist Alley, so like her stuff shows up on the schedule, which is really cool. And like Sully, if you refresh the homepage enough, it'll show that Sully's coming to TwitchCon.
Nice.
Which I thought was really cool. Just, for him to be able to be like, hey, I'm going to be there. He's a partner, right? Like they only show the partners that are going to be there. Affiliates do get a special gift upon registration. So I'm very much looking forward to our special gift.
A lanyard?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Or a pin or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. Actually, a pin would be cool. Like a TwitchCon pin.
Yeah, it kind of would be, right?
That'd actually be really cool. So
that'd be awesome.
We'll see. I'm sure it'll be something. Hopefully it's not like a tote bag but
is
like
it
lanyard or pin, I would take.
Where's it at?
San Diego Convention Center.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was that big that they could.
I didn't either.
It's Amazon. Like,
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
attendee wise though.
But still, regardless, it's Amazon.
Well,
it's like the boss of our company just bought out the entire UFC arena as for tonight's fight. Like,
I mean, yeah,
it's Amazon. Like that's
that is why. But like, I mean, they have a bunch of streamers and stuff, right? So Sully has a ticket, which is cool. That one hot tub girl has a ticket.
Amaranth.
Yeah.
AMMOU.
I don't know. Whatever. She has a ticket too. Like, but like, right there's meet and greets. There's a bunch of stuff happening.
Sully have a meet and greet?
No, not specifically. Right. I think you just have to find Sully. But on the Artist Alley page, it's literally small, but that's Priscilla's logo that shows up right there, which I thought was pretty cool. Right, it takes you to Priscilla's page. So yeah, I don't know. It should be cool.
Click a meet and greet session and see. There she is. There
it is. Right. So I mean, it's got some of the big people. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, she's got like tens of thousands of people, right? Or 5 million. She's 5 million followers. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what happens at a TwitchCon, but I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah, you'll
find out. The best part is though it's in San Diego, right? San Diego's always a good time. You do all our favorite San Diego stuff. Yeah. San Diego's a good time, right? I get to do the same things I do in San Diego every other time. Like
might be cheaper though.
Yeah, the hotels weren't, but yeah.
Really?
That's all right. Yeah, really. Well, because CCI, right, for San Diego Comic-Con, the reason they do the hotel sale that way is they like control the prices. So it was, I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it was more expensive through TwitchCon than it was for CCI.
Hmm.
Oh well, and the hotel sold out super fast. Like I booked this when I was still in Texas, just in case we went. So I've had the hotel downtown locked down for a while because like the Hyatt that we stayed at for SDCC was sold out and stuff. So I grabbed my second favorite hotel just because everything else was selling out. So I'm like, all right, if we decide to go, I want to be able to stay where I want to stay. So I will miss the podcast next week, but in 2 weeks, TwitchCon recap.
I'm going to be missing the podcast next week too because I have an early morning flight.
Right. So I guess that means no podcast next week.
No podcast next week.
Decided.
Where
are you going, Jeremy? Are you going to share where you're going?
I am going to ye old Ireland.
Yeah, the STS Guys' favorite country.
Yeah, the STS Guys' favorite country.
His most frequently visited country.
Hey, if you find me in Ireland, worldwide listeners, like I said, I'll have swag.
Yeah, nice.
It'd be nice. I got a guy coming next Saturday to buy all my pop figures.
What?
What?
All right.
Nice.
Cool. Like what's left? Because you've already got rid of quite a few, right?
I got about 400 left.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Sure. He's buying everything except Mouse Rat Andy and Johnny Karate.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Those are worth too much. He's not interested.
Yeah, I get it.
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
One big. It's half. He offers half PPG.
Okay.
Cash.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's way more than what I paid for him because you sit down and start doing the math and you're like, I only paid $15 for this one. I only paid $20 for this one.
Right. And there's enough. I mean, some of them aren't worth, are still worth like 10, 15, but like, I feel like the majority of them are 30 plus, right? Like the amount that have gone up outweighs the amount that have gone down. So,
yeah. And
then you free yourself of that burden kind of thing, right? When you're ready to move on, it's just time to move on.
And I still have 2 that are worth $2,700 by themselves.
Yeah. Which is insane.
So I was like, oh, it's only going to be like 10 grand. And they go, oh, plus the 2,700 for the 2. And
Yeah. Which totally swings things in your favor.
Right. Get rid of that shit.
I think Ed's thrown out the idea that we need a STS Guys Ireland sticker, a Dublin exclusive.
Shamrock STS Guys sticker.
Not a horrible idea.
That needs to happen.
Yep. Ed says that he sold about $1,000 worth of his pops and only got a little over $350. Yeah. So if you're getting 50%, I feel like that's about as fair as you can get.
Yeah, the way I figured it is if I listed it all on Macari, right? They take what, 12% now?
I think so.
And if you sell over $600, you got to pay taxes on it, and that's going to be 25% to 30%, depending on your tax bracket. I mean that I'm right there.
Yeah.
And this is cash.
And there's no. Yeah, this is minimal work. Too, right? You don't have to ship 100 pops or whatever, or 400 pops. Like that's a lot of work to ship,
and a lot of shipping supplies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and your time and trips to the post office and gas to the post, like all that stuff. Like it's just a pain. So
the guy is going to show up. I'm going to have all the pops in boxes in the living room.
Cool.
He's going to go through them all.
Yeah,
and he's going to take them.
Cool, nice and easy. Yeah, Ed, I completely agree. The $600 text thing is
$22,000.
600 is like nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah. You could blow through that on a weekend.
Yeah,
selling stuff. That's
easy.
That's one pop. That's one Scott Pilgrim soda.
I blew through that this weekend. Like I said already, because I said I've been offloading graphics cards and and pops. like. I said one sale blew through that. I said, and then I'm like, okay, like whatever. At this point in time, like I just want to get rid of stuff.
It is what it is. Like I tend to not worry about taxes, even though maybe I should. Oh well.
I said I already get screwed every year anyway. So like,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. So it's just going to get a little more screwed, whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
government.
All those guys. Yeah.
So we gonna talk about the Deadpool 3.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah. So I didn't. Mike saw it first. Mike sent me the link to the clip or whatever, right? So Mike, what happened? Right? You sent me a Ryan Reynolds video, which he's sitting on the couch. I was super confused for a little while.
Yeah, did you
Like,
guys
what's
notice
happening?
that was the living room from Logan? That's
did
the
not.
house from Logan.
No. Okay.
No.
That's random.
Well, I mean, is it?
I guess it's.
I don't know. I haven't seen Logan in a little while.
Yeah, I would
Right.
recognize the house from Logan.
But he was sitting there talking about Deadpool 3 and how he didn't have an idea, and he's like, "Hey, Hugh, want to be Wolverine one more time?" He's like, "Yeah, sure. I'm psyched. It's gonna be sweet."
Yeah.
Like, it's great. And then the follow-up video. I said where they basically said dub music over them talking.
Yeah.
Well, did you
But they're,
see
like,
somebody
Punching
got
each other and stuff.
a lip reader
Yeah.
transcribed it,
Nice.
and they're not really saying much.
No, they're talking about explosions and this.
Yeah,
that, and the
just
other.
words, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sweet.
It was fun though. It was
2
really-
years, but
Exactly. It sucks that it's so long in the future, but they definitely built up the anticipation for this one. And
I'm
early,
glad they announced it instead of somebody taking pictures on set.
Yeah. And then
that's
leaking
smart,
something like
Yes.
that's
it's
no
just-
fun. This was a whole lot more fun. And like
Yeah.
Jeremy said, like the first video was cool. And then they came back with the second video the next day. Like, all right,
I'm
cool,
sure
good.
there's going to be one in like a month or
Yeah, honestly, I
Yeah.
think they'll continue to do this. Like I said, the entire time, because this is the way that just Ryan Reynolds is like with stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's just he'll keep it up. Plus, like I said, they'll just keep trolling everybody too, like with stuff.
Well, in that second video, they Ryan Reynolds goes, "This fucking guy," before the music starts. And it's like an MCU thing,
Yeah.
So that might be the first time they said "fucking" an MCU thing, which is cool.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a
It's
little
gonna be
nervous that the hype is going to be like way too high and it's not going to live
I
up to it. So
Don't think they're going to let it be bad.
I would hope not, but I'm keeping my expectations.
I'm
Low.
after the entire last phase.
Yes.
I said I am keeping my expectations extremely low for any MCU content.
Yeah.
It's all been bad. Like
I've liked stuff.
Some of it's been okay, but like
it's
most of it hasn't been.
It's
great.
been okay, but the majority of it's been bad. Like, it's
It hasn't been as good as, and it's just because they set the bar so high, right? Like Love and Thunder was okay. It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't as good as other movies.
It's a rebuilding year.
Yeah. This next group, Black Panther comes out in a couple weeks. I'm not that excited for Black Panther, but
Well,
we'll
like
see.
Ed pointed out, we were supposed to have all these 2 years ago.
Fair, right? Pandemic kind of screwed with everything.
I mean, if you look at the original phase timeline,
yeah.
like these were literally all supposed to be out in 2020.
All right, so we would have gotten disappointed earlier.
Yeah, and then we'd be on to phase 5
maybe we'd be happy with like Ant-Man.
and Man in the Wasp.
God, I hope Ant-Man's
Yeah.
gonna be good. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just keeping my
I don't know.
Deadpool 3 as cool as it looks. I'm not trying to get too excited. For
Oh, I
one,
think-
it's 2 years away, and
You think
because
Spider-Man's going to be in it? Spider-Man's real big in Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would make sense.
And then did you guys see the
Andrew
tweet that
Garfield.
Robert Downey Jr. put out?
No, what do you
No.
say?
Oh, Wolverine's coming back from the dead.
Ah.
That's a fun thing.
Okay.
Dot.
Yeah.
And then he deleted the tweet at 3 a.m. when he
Okay.
when he tweeted it out at 2:30 a.m.
So here's the thing with that, then, right? I said, like, I think this also has something to do with, I said, because now Armor Wars, like I said, is
Yeah.
is no longer a TV series. It's going to be a movie now.
Mhm.
Did see that, right? That's the
Which-
Don Cheadle War Machine show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not
Would
sure
you
about that.
guys rather have 6-hour-long episodes with filler or 1 3-hour-long movie?
3-hour-long movie all day long.
Yeah, because I feel like Armor Wars was going to be 6 45 to an hour long episodes with a shit ton of filler in it.
Yeah.
Like
And lower
WandaVision,
budget.
I think, had to be a show.
WandaVision worked. Just the
WandaVision
format
worked as a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier could have been a movie.
Yeah, probably would have been better.
Loki worked well as a show.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the other shows now.
Moon
Knight
Knight
worked as a show.
Moon Knight was just bad.
I liked Moon Knight.
Moon Knight might have been a little better in a 2-hour movie because it would have only been 2 hours of my life.
You guys are nuts. I like Moon Knight. Hawkeye was good as a show because of with Fisk and everything.
Yeah, I think Ms. Marvel would have made a slightly better movie.
Yeah,
well,
it would have been a little tight. Yeah, you mean the Marvels?
The Marvels.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting. I'll be interested to see that.
I think so. I like Captain Marvel. It was good, and I like Miss Marvel enough. So we'll see what happens. What about She-Hulk? You think that
I liked the last episode of She-Hulk
a lot. Good. Do you think it would have been better as a movie or as a series?
I think it would have been better as 6-hour-long episodes or 6 45-minute long episodes instead of 9 20-minute episodes.
Yeah. I was going to say, because that was episode 7, right? So that means there's 2 left.
2 more.
Yeah. Are you caught up on She-Hulk, Jeremy?
No, because
you don't care.
I just don't care. Like,
it's all good.
The last episode was one of their best episodes.
It's definitely been better. Maybe the last 2 or 3. Like there was kind of a low point, like maybe episode 3 and 4 or something. But like 5, 6, and 7, I think are pretty good. So
the wedding episode was great.
Yeah. That was the one last week.
I'm up to the wedding episode. I watched the wedding episode. Like
Patty Harrison's hilarious. She's one of my favorite comedic actresses. She was in I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. That's an amazing show. She was in Shrill on Hulu. That was great.
So
you looking her up?
No, I think
she's Lulu.
Well, here's the thing. I think I would have liked She-Hulk better. I said if it was She-Hulk attorney at law. She's only been an attorney for one episode, like not even one episode.
It's Jennifer. It's Jennifer Walters dealing with powers.
Yeah,
and struggling between her new 2 identities.
If it was like crime of the week. Well, she's basically defending some superhero. I honestly would have, like I said, and it could literally have the same flavor as it does right now, like I said, like comedic wise and stuff like that. If it was basically, crime of the week, she's defending some guy, and that's it. Like I said, nothing more. None of this, like I said, interweaving of this of the story. If it was just that, I would have enjoyed it 100 times better.
That might be rough though, because that might be what they are planning to do with Daredevil. Because from what I understand, they hired the writers of Better Call Saul to work for Daredevil, and Daredevil is going to be 18 episodes. That's insane.
That is a lot of episodes compared to what we're used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just isn't quite what I expected. My wife had never seen any of the episodes, but I was watching this last one, right? The most recent one. And she sat down with me and watched it for a minute or 2. And her observation was, okay, cool. So she's She-Hulk when she's at work and she's just a normal person the rest of the show. And made me laugh because I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. Like she's only She-Hulk when she's doing her lawyer stuff. And other than that, she's pretty much always Jen. There's a few times where she's, hulked out, but that's pretty much what this one is. And that's not at all what I was expecting.
I'm kind of expecting the last 2 episodes to be pretty action
going. I mean, the end of this episode kind of set up, the overall like wrapping up of the story, right? Or continuation, like finally showing us kind of where we're going. So I
mean, who do you think the big bad's going to end up being?
I don't know.
Because I think it's going to be Todd.
Who's Todd?
Remember the guy she went on a date with and then was...
Yeah. I think I know who he is. She-Hulk Todd. I don't know who Todd is.
John
She
Bass.
went on a date
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he was like, what happens with your skin? What or do you have
Oh,
super
yeah.
speed?
He was asking too many
And
questions.
then he was in the next episode and the
That's
other
the date
lawyer.
the date of the wedding guest person.
No.
Was
He was in the next. Was he in that?
Yeah, he was in that.
He was
in the
he
wedding
was
episode.
He was in the wedding
Titania's
episode.
date.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
So
remember that.
they're
I'll have to
working
look that up.
together.
I don't
That's it.
know.
That's it.
I didn't notice him in the wedding date. I know he was a client of the lady that defends Jen. I thought he was only in those 2 episodes.
He was in the wedding. He was in the wedding episode. I
Was
remember
he?
seeing it. Yeah, I remember seeing him in there.
Because I checked his IMDb, it was only in 2 episodes. I'll have to watch the wedding episode again tonight.
There you go. Or tomorrow because it's late. But
I'll sleep to something.
yeah. Right, you're good. You got another couple hours.
What about other? Like I said, what about other movies or TV shows that have been lately? I said, have you guys been watching anything else? 'Cause I have 2 things that I've watched. Something that I really really liked, and it's something that was god awful. It was horrible.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna go for horrible first. I had high anticipation for it because I watched it literally the day it came out. Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Heard
Is
it's
it
not
good?
great.
No, shaking your head, not good.
Yeah,
Ugh.
not good.
Yeah, I heard it
Dang.
wasn't great.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's why it was straight to Disney Plus and not like in the theaters.
Yeah.
That should have been a
However,
sign.
though, Jeffrey Dahmer, I said on Netflix, freaking
Okay.
awesome.
Really? Is it a like documentary or is it?
It's a 10-episode series, and I said, what's his face?
Quicksilver, Evan
Quicksilver.
Peters.
Yeah, Evan Peters.
Oh.
Evan Peters literally is a splitting image of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, Ralph Boner. Ralph Boner
Ralph
himself.
Boner,
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah. Okay. Galactic Brat brings up an interesting one. Did either of you guys watch the new Rob Zombie Monsters movie?
No,
I
I
have
thought it
not.
was a TV show. I thought it was supposed to be a TV show, not a movie.
No, okay. No, it's a movie. I started it. I didn't make it 10 minutes. It was bad. I did not like it.
That's a
It was
bummer.
weird. She goes on a date with what's the guy they made the Freddy pop up? Not the Hannibal one, the other one.
Nosferatu.
Yeah, that
Nosferatu.
guy. She goes on Lily goes on a date with that guy. It's weird, and I just turned it off. It was not at all what I was expecting, and it was not for me.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna have to start Community again.
Is there more Community coming?
6 seasons in a movie. They announced it.
All right,
Movie's
I didn't see
coming.
that. That's awesome. I do like Community. I can't remember the last time I watched it, but I did. I think I rewatched it sometime recently too. Probably around the same time I rewatched The Office that I don't remember. So sometime within the last 3 years. How about I know Mike's answer to Ed's question, but Jeremy, have you watched any of Andor?
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I know they dropped the 3 episodes, but I stopped at the 2 episodes. It is the most boring show I've ever seen.
I don't think I made it through the first episode. Still, I've stopped it like 5 or 6 times.
I made it through the first episode. I'm like, okay, this has got to get better, right? Like this is like
No.
this is I'm like give me
Maybe.
something. And then like I said, it's just so disjointed and
I don't know.
boring.
I guess I just started episode 2.
I had high hopes for it after Rogue One, right? I'm like,
Yeah,
like, hey,
like a spy show. This is gonna be cool.
It's gonna be this is gonna be badass. Like, it's gonna be a spy show, and like, hey, maybe they'll show him meeting up with K2SO, or and like this, that, and the other. And nope,
Yeah.
What's the baby they did this time?
I don't know. I
Ed,
literally-
is there a baby Yoda? Like a cute
equivalent.
They did Baby Yoda. They did Baby Leia, right?
Oh right, yeah, young.
What's the baby they did?
Yeah, what's the family friendly new character? Ed does say it gets better. I don't know. There's probably like 5 episodes out there, but like to Jeremy's point, they dropped 3 the first day, and I couldn't get through it. No baby, at least not yet.
They're gonna be a baby something.
There's gotta be something that'll sell the merch.
Got to sell all the merch.
You got to sell the Black Series Hasbro figs and Funko Pops and T-shirts. It's Disney Star Wars. The merch.
Well,
machine.
I'm just surprised, right? There's been nothing like to hook people in. Like why even make this show?
Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen anybody talk about it.
No, like why even make it? Like
I don't know.
Well, no. Here's no one was asking. Like, you know what?
No.
You know what? I want to know more about that Andor guy from that one-off Star Wars movie where he died. Like, and I know how I know how everything ends, and I know there's no.
Exactly,
basically, it goes back to that. I said what Scott. There's no stakes at all. Like I said, he's he's going to live or be safe through everything he does in the show, because guess what? He ends up dying in Rogue One.
You got to give me a really good story and catch me, like hook me in, man. Like that first episode should be what draws me in, makes me want to watch the other 2 episodes you dropped. But like I was very suspicious when they dropped 3 episodes, because like Disney hasn't done that. I think they did with WandaVision. They did 2.
That, and then
that was it.
To have like not a stormtrooper, like no one show up like in the first 2 episodes. Like who are you? Like against they said he's basically against some dopey police force.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's not good. I didn't realize this, but Tyler's in the chat. Shout out to Tyler Calvert. It's 12 episodes long.
Wow. Oh, that's why they dropped 3 in the first, because it's basically 1, right?
Sure. Yeah. And I think they realized that if they didn't, like, people weren't going to be interested. Like, I wasn't going to come back. I mean, that's why I still haven't finished episode 2. But cool. So Ed does mention 4th episode starts dealing more with the formation of the rebellion. Mon Mothma.
Hey, shout out to Mon Mothma.
Yeah, I'm like, she's one of those okay. So I like Mon Mothma because that's one of those random characters, right? She was in Return of the Jedi, but like I knew her name, like when I was in high school and stuff. Like it was one of those like Star Wars nerd things where like you knew random characters' names. Like I felt cool, so I like her, but like I don't need to know more about her.
Mon Mothma.
Yeah, Mon Mothma.
Should I watch Star Wars?
No, you're way too. I think the problem too is it's one of those things like if you don't watch it in the moment, it's not as a kid or whatever, like it's just not the same. It's too late.
I was in the process of starting a new podcast called Why Start Now, because there's a lot of stuff that I haven't watched, like Godfather or Star Wars or Star Trek, or like there's a lot of stuff I haven't watched.
Some of the big stuff.
And it was the whole show was going to be somebody coming on who loved something that I've never seen, to get them to try to convince me to watch it, and I'd have to say yes or no at the end.
Whether you're
it was always going to be no.
Yeah.
Every time
that's the gimmick.
Yeah, like Dragon Ball Z or
Yeah. Josh should come on and try to convince you to watch it. I mean, Josh has been doing that for years now, anyhow, and
that's how I am about Doctor Who. Like, I know people love Doctor Who. Like,
I love Doctor Who, but it's not for everybody.
Nope.
No.
It's one of those things. Like I love Doctor Who and I love watching it, but I can't watch more than an episode at a time, because it's like Breaking Bad. Like I like watching Breaking Bad,
sure,
but I can't watch more than 1 or 2 episodes a day because it's just so heavy. I don't. You see those people that are like, I watched the whole first season of Breaking Bad. I'm like, how did you not kill yourself watching that the whole, day?
It's a lot. Yeah, I get it. It's a lot. It's not like watching Parks and Rec.
Right.
Or The Office, right? It's not the same. Well, Jeremy, Mike likes Doctor Who. We've got a bunch of Whovians in the chat. Ed likes it, and so does Galactic Brat.
I'll have to have some convincing.
There's
I'm not into it.
All right. Well, real quick, Larry, did you finish up Cobra Kai?
Oh God, yes. Yeah. See, I'm not going to touch Doctor Who, but I'll watch Cobra Kai in a weekend. Yeah.
Oh, that season was great.
Who did they introduce from the old movies this season?
It was
that guy at the furniture store. Is his name Mike?
Mike Barnes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were going to have not Hillary Duff.
Hillary Swank.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I think
They got to be working on her, right?
I think that'll be a season 6.
I mean, even if it's just one episode, she doesn't have to do much.
Yeah.
You think she would want to come back and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like
what has
it's
she
big
done
enough
recently?
Not much, and I don't think that's beneath her just to do a quick cameo thing.
And
Like,
they kick seasons out like nobody's business, right? Like it's like every 6 months they're putting out a new season.
it seems pretty quick. It's great. Yeah,
It's great. It's fantastic. Like
it's a really good show. Still, I like.
Like
it. Oh,
especially
Ed thinks Hillary Swank could be Tori's mom.
like that's definitely a possibility.
That could be interesting. Tie her in, directly tie her in, not just have her show up. Like tie her in. That would be interesting.
Honestly, like I said, that the last episode, right? I said, and I can talk about spoilers, right?
Spoilers. It's not even. Who cares?
Like spoilers, right? Like when they opened up the last episode with freaking Kreese getting shivved, man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
and then him basically, like I said, at the end, like I said, like, oh, it was Jello.
That was genius.
I'm like, it's genius. This is great.
Right?
It's so cheesy and crazy. Good. It's awesome.
It's like it's a soap opera, man. It's like All My Children or General Hospital or something, but with karate.
Oh, it is.
It's great.
It is great.
You haven't watched it, Mike? Have you watched any of it? No,
I think I watched the first season when it was on YouTube.
Yeah. Yep, that's where it started.
And I've heard it's gotten way better than the first season.
First season was good, but yeah, I don't know. To me, like I couldn't tell you what the difference between season 2 and season 3 was, but it just continuously, like it's good. And like Jeremy said, it's ridiculous. The fight scenes are overly choreographed, but it works. Like it's good. Like it's so over the top. Even that one, like probably the last episode, right? Silver against Johnny, like at Silver's house. Like that fight scene was great. Like it's just good.
Or good Silver. I said, or against Joe, right? Like
yeah.
I said when he was freaking like sword fighting him, like when cutting him up, like like it's great. I don't know, like it is really like such a guilty pleasure.
That scene when they're in the limo and they're playing the Karate Kid song. It's so good. It's just a great show, man. Like I don't know, like it's just so on point and knows what it is, especially at this point. But even like season 1, season 2, like it knew what it was. It just took a minute to catch on, and the fact that like people actually get excited about it, like is cool. I don't know, man. Like I can't believe it's on season 6, almost season 7, coming out soon. But I'm gonna watch it the day it drops.
Oh, I'll watch it absolutely the day it drops, because like it is one of those shows where I'm like, you know what, this is typically not my thing, but it is 100% my thing. Like, because I will sit and I will watch it and I will binge it just because I'm like, I want to see what happens,
and it's
so ridiculously over the top.
Yeah, and it's good because it's not like Breaking Bad good, where like Mike said, it's heavy and you're like invested. This is one of those, you just have it on and you just have a good time. Like it's really one of my favorite shows.
Well, then, like I said, it's like they take and squeeze so much out of those old movies.
Yeah.
Like little itty bitty little cutscenes. Like I said, that you think that like you would have never paid attention to this. Like I said, in the long run, like for example, the introduction of was it Ricky Barnes or like Mike Barnes, right?
Mike, yeah.
Like they basically like, oh yeah, remember this guy? This is the guy who basically smashed up his bonsai shop, and that's how you know Mike Barnes.
Yep, you remember him now, right?
You remember him now, right?
He's back. Yeah.
Like, oh, it's I don't know.
I don't know, man. It works. Well, and the guy from Japan was in it a lot more this episode. I don't remember his name. Yeah, Chosen. Yeah, like he was really good too. He's a really good addition. So it's now it's Chosen, Ralph Macchio, and Johnny Lawrence. I can't think. What's Ralph Macchio's name? Daniel Caruso.
Danny Caruso.
Yeah, I know. I just blanked for a second.
Zabka is Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah, Zabka, Funko panel star at Hall H.
Yeah,
Zabka.
it was just okay.
I watched the replay on YouTube. It was all right.
Oh, did they do that?
Yeah, they're all out there, all of them.
It was
Except for
just
maybe
okay.
Bella Mars.
Bella Porch.
Or Bella Porch, yeah. Did you get the Bella Porch now? Bella Porch pop?
No, I'm trying to get rid of stuff.
I know. Oh, right. You don't want to give it away at 50%.
No, I don't want to give it away 50%.
Or maybe you
be
do.
nice.
Because I said it'll shoot. I said everyone will be selling them on eBay right away. It'll shoot it up real quick, and then here, guess what? You bought it for $15, and then hey, 50% is like $30.
Yeah, it's still a thing. So Ed mentions interesting that you refer to Cobra Kai as a soap opera like General Hospital with karate. The guy who played Mike Barnes used to be on General Hospital. Look at that.
Wow.
Ed's dropping the knowledge. Galactic Rat, you totally missed us talking about Deadpool, but yes, we are 100% cautiously optimistic. About
No,
Deadpool.
I'm all in, baby.
Mike's all in. Jeremy and I are trying not to get overly excited.
It's going to be good. They got 2 years.
Yeah. And you would think that Hugh Jackman wouldn't sign up to if it wasn't going to be good. So
Right. And they probably backed up a dump truck full of money to his house,
sure
right?
They did, yeah.
Oh yeah. 100%.
You want to be part of the MCU, like you want to be part of this thing, like for sure. Why
So
not?
I know they won't do it, but I kind of hope it's Deadpool kills the MCU. And they could just be in a different multiverse and just fucking murking everybody. I know they won't do it, but it would be interesting to see it. Maybe he kills Tom Cruise's Iron Man, and
that would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, it goes back to, can you really get Tom Cruise to do it? But
I bet you can if it's like a Brad Pitt level from Deadpool 2. He's literally there for a day.
Fair.
It might be pretty easy.
Yeah, and you sell it to him as, hey, Brad Pitt did this. Like, I think that helps too. Maybe. It just depends on how Tom Cruise is a weird guy. Like, it depends on how he feels about. He's a
weird guy.
It depends on how he feels about Iron Man and that whole thing. Like, if he's bitter about it or something, or he probably just doesn't even care. It probably never even crosses his mind. He's just sleeping on his bed of money and doing his Scientology stuff, and he just doesn't care about Marvel movies. So I don't know. It would be cool.
I wonder what number he is. Like, is he number one? Like I said,
it's gotta be like top 5. Like, he's probably not
gotta be
number
number one, right?
You rank up by like donating, right? So
yeah, because you get ranks, right? So
yeah,
I want to know what his number is. Like, I wonder if it's like I always think of that episode of The Simpsons with the Stonecutters, where Mr. Burns, I said, isn't number one.
Yeah.
So I'm like. Right. And I always think of that in the back of my head whenever I think of that. I'm like, I wonder where Tom Cruise is, like where he ranks. Like,
number 17.
Is he number 17? Like, right. Where some other person is above him and talks down to him. Like,
yes, there's his own Lenny.
Yeah, well, exactly.
I outrank Tom Cruise here.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be.
Hey, it makes you think, huh? It makes you think.
It makes you think. Galactic brings up Venom. Venom would be cool. I think that's happening.
The symbiotes there, right?
Yeah. I think that's going to happen in some capacity. It's just going to be how they work that in. It's hard. It's hard to make all these things work, especially with the X-Men. Like, really hasn't been anything with X-Men. Fantastic Four is coming. Like, how do you tie all this stuff in?
Well, they said Namor is a mutant. Right?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, and he's in Black Panther, right? He's yeah. So that'll be interesting to see how they address that, if it's actually talked about or if it matters.
Well, it's also interesting too because they like Sony, like, it's been doing weird stuff lately. They went and edited like all the streaming platforms copies of Morbius to remove all the Spider-Man references.
They did.
Oh really?
Yeah.
They have a different end credit scene now too, right?
Mm-hmm. They edited them out.
Really? I did see that was super popular on Netflix, like the first week or two that it came out. It was like
it's
the number
Morbin
one movie.
Time, so
it's not. I said it wasn't a bad. I said it wasn't as bad.
No, people had just had to give it a chance, and they'll take a chance on Netflix.
Let's just put it this way: I would watch Morbius 100 times over watching. I said Andor or Hocus Pocus 2 or any of the other shows I've seen lately.
Better movie, Morbius or Thor: Love and Thunder.
I actually probably had a better time with Morbius.
I think I did too.
I haven't seen Morbius yet, but if it's on Netflix,
It's on
I'll take it.
Netflix. Go. Yeah, it's
Go.
it's definitely worth the watch. It's not great, but it's definitely worth the watch.
Yeah,
It's not as bad as everybody.
It's not as bad as like I said it's not great, but it's definitely not as bad as everyone's making it out to be. It's actually probably one of Jared Leto's probably better roles. Like,
Yeah.
he actually played this role way better than the Joker. like,
He did, yeah. He's not bad. He's pretty likable in this too. Like he did a good job.
I
Did like Thor, but she hasn't watched Morbius. All right, so there you go. Everybody, go watch Morbius on
Morbid
Netflix.
time.
Yeah, Morbid time.
I saw a TikTok that somebody said, everybody's real thrilled that Wolverine's going to be in Deadpool 3 until the monkey paw clenches and it's a musical. I would love
I'm still
that. I would love that to be a musical. I'm psyched for Joker 2 to be a musical. I think that's going to be awesome.
Just because it's going to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Like I think that's what I want more than anything right now out of either a Star Wars show or
give me something
Marvel.
that's not recycled.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
I think that's why I didn't like Hocus Pocus 2, right? Because it was like
Oh.
it was a recycled story.
Yeah.
Like, give me something original, give me something out there, give me something crazy.
I saw didn't they show that werewolf show to some people? Like the
Werewolf
Marvel one?
Night or whatever.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. But that seemed to get really good reviews.
Yeah.
I think it had like 100% of Rotten Tomatoes, at least for a minute.
It's only like 52 minutes,
15
right?
minutes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Galactic Bracket brings up violent musicals are great.
Yeah.
100% agree. The best musical I said one of the best violent musicals, Repo the Genetic Opera. Fantastic movie. I said if you haven't seen Repo the Genetic Opera, it is an amazing movie.
Ed seen it.
Yeah, Repo is great.
The only musical I've seen is Hamilton.
Go watch. I said it's Halloween time. Go watch Repo the Genetic Opera. Like, it is great.
2008. Paris Hilton. I'm in. It's got Paris Hilton in it. Why did you start there?
Yeah.
Clearly we love Paris Hilton on this podcast.
That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That was hot. That's hot. That is really hot.
Since you played that, I am getting a hot toy delivered on Monday.
Oh, what do you get?
Nice.
Cable, the deluxe cable.
Oh, yeah. To go with your
it
Deadpools.
finally came.
Yeah, after 8 or 10 months of delays.
Oh, dude. I don't want to hear about delays. I said I'm still waiting on Endgame Loki. That thing has been pre-ordered
Oh,
for.
wow.
I said
Endgame Loki, what's it, just dead on the floor?
in June it'll be 3 years.
Jesus. That's bonkers.
Yeah. So that is my currently outstanding pre-order right now. And it's it's almost 3 years.
I recently saw a new hot toy, and it wasn't my cup of tea, but it looked amazing, and I forget what it is.
I don't know.
I'm not going to remember, but it was something even DC that I just.
It wasn't the new Black Adam, was it?
It might have been, yeah. It looked really cool.
Are you guys going to see that movie? I know we're talking hot toys, but yeah, I saw tickets went on sale, right? I got emails like Black Adam now available. I'm like, nah.
Nah, I want to take The Rock down a peg.
Yeah. Yeah, The Rock needs to come down a little bit.
It's when it hits HBO Max in 6 weeks after it comes out, then I will be happy to watch it on my couch. But I am not in a hurry to see that.
I might go see it on like a matinee Saturday or something, but I'm not going to be there first.
Do you still have the AMC Stubs thing? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Whatever, right? It's just something to do.
Yeah, it's just The Rock is The Rock in every movie. He's The Rock.
Yeah.
I know everybody thinks that he's going to be the DCU's savior, but I don't know.
No,
if
he will not.
No,
he will be he will play The Rock in DC.
Yeah.
It's The Rock in Fast and Furious.
It's gonna
It's
do
The
the
Rock
eyebrow
in
thing.
Disney in Jungle Cruise and all the other stupid movies he's in.
Moana.
Yeah, it's just like he's
the
The
game
Rock.
plan.
Yeah, like he's
If
the character of The Rock. He's
It's just
The
who he
Rock.
is.
Yeah.
Will he find a reason to do the rock bottom on someone like he did in the Fast and the Furious movies?
I'm sure it's
that
in
a-
his contract, probably.
Drops the people's elbow just
Yeah.
because. Yeah.
I know people are psyched for it, but I don't.
No.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's great because I want all of these movies to be great. But
That's the only one coming out this year, right? They pushed back Aquaman,
Yeah,
Shazam, and The Flash, right?
yeah.
The Flash,
They're a
I don't know
mess.
if it's ever coming out.
Well, apparently Ezra has been a good person.
Well, he went. He
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, he it's been a couple weeks. He flew to to Hollywood and apologized, and this and is being
Well,
good for
I think
now.
they said
Laying
that
low.
if they didn't do that, they wouldn't be putting out the movie.
Wow.
They said no press and an apology. They'll put out the movie, but no press.
That's because they don't want to make a fool out of himself. I mean, at least he'll come out unlike Batwoman. Ouch.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that they don't just throw it up somewhere.
I mean, how bad can it be? People would watch it. Isn't that what you want for HBO Max? Don't you want people to watch things?
Yeah.
Just put it on there. Even if it's really bad, like I will probably watch it to see how bad it is.
Mhm.
That totally works. I mean, it's either that or like I don't log into HBO Max for a couple weeks. Like I couldn't tell you the last thing I watched there. So give me Batgirl tomorrow, and I would probably log in and watch Batgirl.
Well, I do believe they said that's maybe why the Flash and Shazam and Aquaman were pushed back, because they all had similar ratings by test screeners
Okay. Which
that
obviously
apparently
wasn't
were
high.
not good.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer. Like, just sell DC to Marvel,
Disney.
right?
Disney have it.
If they sold it to Disney, now in all reality, if they sold DC to Disney and we got half of the amount of MCU projects, but we got better DC products, wouldn't that be kind of worth it?
I think so. And like up the quality of the Marvel stuff too, because you have more time to focus on it and make it better. 'Cause
Right.
there are a lot of Marvel movies.
And then you can do the DC Marvel crossovers, like
crossover, yeah.
Avengers. I said JLA versus Avengers.
Yeah, but see, like we're past that though. We're past the good Avengers. I don't want Falcon and Winter Soldier and Scarlet Witch against some random Batman. I want I want Henry Cavill versus Robert Downey Jr. But that's not going to happen probably.
Here's what they need to do. They need to. DC just needs to take a completely different strategy and just blow up, basically trying to have an interconnected universe. Just do one-off movies.
Yeah,
Like, hey, you know what? Make a really good Batman movie, or make a really good, Joker movie, or make a really good. That's why I'm kind of disappointed. Like I said, in a Joker 2, because I said they touted it as, hey, it's a one-off and there's not going to be another thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, money talks, and that's why there's anything. So that's why I'm actually glad they're doing it a completely different direction, like a musical. Great, it's different. It can be seen as a kind of like not necessarily a sequel, but it's almost kind of a dotted line one-off, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just do one-off movies.
I would really. Their animated stuff is great. Why don't they let the animated people write the live action movies?
So
That's too easy.
the animated stuff up until maybe last year and a half.
Yeah.
The animated stuff is gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Over the last year.
I thought that Harley Quinn with Kaylee Coco was good.
Well, that's a little bit different, but I'm talking about the actual
They're-
animated movies.
Yeah.
For example, Batman: The Long Halloween, one of my favorite comic arcs. Like I said with Batman, I had such high hopes for it. It was pretty crap.
Yeah. It might even been a couple years. Didn't they have the Killing Joke or something too?
Yeah.
And that one wasn't very
Killing
good.
Joke,
It's
I said
been-
it wasn't very good.
yeah, they've had a few
but then
duds.
but then they had they did the animated Dark Knight Returns, which was fantastic.
I don't know.
Did you guys see the new Into the Spider-Verse comic book
No.
with, I think her name's Spinderella or something like that, but she's a Disney princess Spider-Woman, and they got the lady that played Jasmine on Broadway to sing a song of hers, like the opening song, and it is phenomenal.
Super random. Isn't Spinderella like the DJ for?
Yeah.
Like Salt
It
and
might
Pepper?
be. I might have gotten the name wrong. Let me look.
Like, I'm no 90s R&B expert, but I believe that's who Spinderella is.
Into the Spider-Verse book 4, I think.
When does that come out?
It's
Is it
out.
like
The
no,
movie?
No, the movie, yeah.
Sorry,
Does
Edge
that-
of the Spider-Verse number 4.
Edge. Okay. Yeah. Because I know that the new MCU Funko box the theme was right into the Spider-Verse. And I want to watch that movie.
I'm looking it up. Spintress.
Spinterest, similar to Spinderella.
Spintress is a brand new spider princess who sings, talks to spiders, and kicks villainous butt. And the writers of the Broadway smash hit Come From Away are bringing her in for a landing. Come From Away was a good musical.
She's really cool. Like, how do I share? Share.
Play the song.
No.
Do it.
I mean, like her, right? Like you said, it's her dress is very Disney princess, but it's also very Spider-Man. Like it's right. She's got the web. Like it's good. It's cool. I could see that. Like, interesting.
It's good.
Yeah. No, I had not seen anything about that, so that's awesome. So thank you for bringing that. I'm interested.
They have the first song on YouTube. I don't know if they're doing all the songs or just that one. I hope they do the whole thing and make it a
They should.
soundtrack.
If the one was popular, why not? Make some money. Well, if you like songs, follow us on Instagram. Is that no? It's too big of a stretch. Real quick, shout out to the Absolute Geek Podcast, Lance, and the rest of the gentlemen over there. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I don't know. Follow us on Instagram because it's a good time. Oh, I'm gonna post pictures from TwitchCon most likely, unless it's super lame. So yeah, please follow us on Instagram, and you can see those TwitchCon pictures. We're at STS Guys. We're also on Twitter at STS Guys, and guess what? We're on Facebook at the STS Guys, and I am Larry from the STS Guys.
Chilling like a villain.
Show him like a villain.
Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
And if you like coffee, you should go to Lost Astronaut Coffee Company and get yourself some delicious coffee or some super rad merch. And if you use our link that is in the YouTube description, you can save on your first order. Lost Astronaut Coffee Company. It's the best.
It's the best.
And if you like podcast, well, I've got some friends who have podcasts.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. Our podcast family, like Talking Pops, Pop
Nope.
Alliance.
Nope.
I'm not going to drop it. Talking Pops, Pop
Nope, to the
Alliance.
first two on that list.
All right. If you check out our podcast family, like Secondary Heroes,
Nope.
they're still around.
Are they?
Yes, they just had an episode. I saw it with Figpin. Go check that out.
I'm not-
Average Nerd Podcast, who just did a spin-off, it's a Disney podcast. Go look for that. Nerdy Curious Movie Retakes, Toy Rewind Podcast, 3 Beers, and Mike, just a little podcast, and Raw Boys. There's a bunch of episodes out there. Go check it out.
8.
8 Ocho. So yeah, go watch. Go check that out. Leave them a review on iTunes.
Yeah, dude.
That kind of stuff. Rate and yeah, that's something we never say. Rate and review us on iTunes.
Yeah.
Or don't, it's cool. So have a good night. Jeremy, do the goodbye thing.
So for episode 226, remember, no episode next week. I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
I'm Mike.
And we're the STS Guys. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.